In this video, we're going to show you how you can use Google Calendar to manage your appointments. Google Calendar appointments allow you to make yourself available for people to schedule meetings with you during a specific block of time. People can view available appointment times and schedule a meeting themselves, and these meetings will automatically appear on your calendar without you having to manage any of the appointments yourself. This video will cover the uses and benefits of Google Calendar appointments, the difference between appointment slots and appointment schedules, which is best suited to your particular needs, and how to create your own appointments and share them in your Moodle course or with your colleagues. This video is going to be comprehensive, so if you want to get the big picture and really understand all your options for appointments, you can watch it straight through. However, if you're just looking for a quick tech tutorial, we encourage you to use the chapters provided in the description of this video to jump to the part of the video that most interests you. You can also adjust the playback speed of this video to go slower or faster depending on your preferences by clicking the settings gear in the bottom right corner. That being said, let's get started. To use appointments, you will first want to determine your needs. Think about the volume and frequency of appointments you expect to schedule. Will this only be used for the occasional meeting, or will you need to manage a large volume of frequent appointments? You will also want to consider the type of appointments. Do you only want to use this for office hours, or will you also be using appointments for other separate situations? Think about the information you want to collect. The name and email of the person who signs up for an appointment will automatically be collected, but there may be other information you'd like them to share with you, such as their course and section if they're a student. Think about if there are any additional guests you will want to have join you in each appointment, such as a teaching assistant or coworker. Lastly, think about if these appointments will need video conferencing links. If these appointments are only for scheduling in-person meetings or phone calls, you may not need any video conferencing features. You don't have to have all these items figured out immediately, but keeping them in the back of your mind as we explain the upcoming steps will help you determine the best way to set up your appointments. Google Appointments can be used in a variety of ways. Common uses are for recurring office hours or student hours, the occasional mid-semester check-in with students, giving assignment feedback, or scheduling presentations. For example, you may set up a recurring appointment schedule for virtual office hours every Tuesday and Thursday in a semester, and an appointment schedule for final paper review sessions that take place on a few afternoons during a specific week. To access Google Calendar, you can begin by logging into your OU email at webmail.oakland.edu. From here, click on the Google Apps icon in the upper right-hand corner. Then click the Calendar icon. This will bring you to Google Calendar's homepage, calendar.google.com. You can also just go to calendar.google.com, but starting from your OU email ensures that you will be logged into your OU Google account. If you don't see the picture associated with your OU email in the top right corner of your screen, click the picture, and either click your OU email from the drop-down list of options, or click Add Another Account to add your OU Google account. Appointment slots are the simplest option. You can select the calendar you want to add your appointments to, which is helpful if you use a lot of separate calendars in your Google account. This option will schedule back-to-back meetings, so if you want some breathing room, you'll want to make your appointments a bit longer than your intended meeting length. It also automatically adds any guests you have added to the original appointment slot, so this is good if you have someone else you want to be included on every appointment. Note that you will need to manually add video conferencing links. Appointments can overlap with other events on your calendar, so if you like to add events to your calendar, but you're not necessarily busy or unavailable during those times, this can be a good fit. Now let's talk about how to create the appointment slots on your Google Calendar. Open your Google Calendar. Click the desired date for your appointment slots. Instead of Event, which is the default, select Appointment Slots. If you see appointment schedules instead of appointment slots, click the gear icon for the Settings menu. Click Settings. Scroll to Appointment Schedules. And make sure the box that reads Create Appointment Schedules instead of Appointment Slots is unchecked and turned off. Then click the page's Go Back arrow, not your browser's back button, to return to your calendar. Then click the date again, and you should see appointment slots as an option. Next, fill out the appointment slots details. Give the appointment slots a descriptive name like virtual office hours. Select the desired date for your appointment slots. We recommend keeping this to 1 day with the desired time range, and then adding recurrence or duplicating the appointment slots for any additional days you may want. That way, you don't make appointment slots available in the middle of the night. Select how long you would like each appointment slot to last. In this example, you might want to have 30 minutes with each student. Select which calendar you want the appointment slots to appear on. For example, you might have a calendar for a specific course. To create a calendar for a specific course, open up the main menu, scroll down to your calendars, and by Other Calendars, click Add Other Calendars, then create a new calendar. Here, you can create a calendar for a specific course. Then click Create Calendar. You will see the calendar appear under My Calendars. When creating your appointment slots, this calendar will appear as an option. You can also click More Options. If you want the appointment slots to repeat on a recurring basis, change Does Not Repeat to be the appropriate recurrence. For example, virtual office hours might run from 5 to 7 p.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays each week, but you would schedule the appointment slots on a Tuesday from 5 to 7 p.m., then add a weekly recurrence for Tuesday and Thursday until the last date of the semester. If you have a specific office location, or you just want to refer people to the same meeting link every time, like your Zoom personal meeting link, you can put that in Location. In Description, you may choose to add an optional description of the appointment slot's purpose beyond the title. This is also a good place to link any additional resources you may want others to refer to during the appointments, such as a web page or cloud file. In this example, you could link to a Google Docs syllabus for the course, which you and students could reference during the appointment. You can even choose to add guests to these appointments, in addition to yourself. Note that this is not for individual people signing up for appointments, but rather for anyone else who would be included in every appointment, such as a teaching assistant. When you're done, click Save. You don't have to set a recurrence in order to repeat your appointment slots. You can alternatively duplicate the appointment slot. For example, a collection of final paper review meetings with students might run from 1 to 3 p.m. on Monday through Wednesday of a specific week, but you could schedule the appointment slots on Monday from 1 to 3 p.m., then duplicate the appointment slots 2 more times for Tuesday and Wednesday of that week. To do this, open the appointment slots and click Options. Click Duplicate. Fill out the appointment details of your new appointment slots with the new date. Click Save. Repeat for each separate day or separate block of time. To retrieve the link for your appointment page, click the appointment slot event block on your calendar and click Go to Appointment Page for this calendar. You can copy this page's URL and share it with your colleagues and students via email or Moodle, which we'll cover later in this video. After you've shared the appointment page, people can book an individual appointment. On the appointment page, they can view the open slots on the correct days. To book an appointment, they can click the desired appointment slot. They can choose to add additional details, but they don't have to. Then they can click Save. This will add the booked appointment to your calendar as an event, and that time will no longer be available on the appointment page for other people to book. You can also choose to add a video conferencing link to your appointment slots. There are 2 options for this. Option 1, add a single video conference link automatically to all appointments. This will involve adding a single meeting link, such as your personal Zoom meeting link, to the description of your appointment slots for every appointment to use. You would do this before anyone books an appointment, so it would automatically be added to all future booked appointments. This works if you don't mind using the same link for all appointments, and you want to keep things easy for yourself. Just be aware that you might get some overlap of people showing up early for their appointments, so make sure to have your waiting room turned on so you have to admit people before they can enter. Option 2. Add unique video conferencing links manually after each appointment is booked. You can manually add a unique Google Meet or Zoom link to an individual appointment after it has been booked by someone. To do this, open the individual appointment event that has been booked. Then click Edit Event. Click Add Google Meet Video Conferencing to automatically create a unique meeting link. Or you can install the Zoom for Google Workplace add-on so that you can create Zoom links from Google Calendar. We have a separate help document on that. Then click Save. You can choose to have Google send an email to the person who booked the appointment, notifying them of changes to their appointment. We recommend doing this. To join the meeting in the future, simply open the individual appointment event and click Join with Google Meet, or click the Join Zoom meeting link. Appointment schedules are a bit more complicated, but they have more features you might want to use. They will only appear on your Google account's primary calendar, the one with your name on it, so you can't put appointment schedules on any extra calendars you may have. However, you can create multiple separate appointment schedules, so you're still able to separate different types of appointments if needed. You can also add buffer time, time in between appointments, and a maximum amount of appointments per day. We'll talk more about this shortly. You will need to manually add any additional guests, like teaching assistants, that aren't the person who scheduled the appointment, so that's something to keep in mind. However, you can have Google Meet links automatically generated for each appointment, so this can be great if you do a lot of video conferencing and want to have separate meeting links. Google will remove appointments in your schedule if a conflicting event appears on your calendar. This happens automatically, so if you tend to use your calendar for lots of things, it might affect how many available appointments you have. Now let's talk about how to create appointment schedules on your Google Calendar. First, open your Google Calendar. Click the desired date for your appointment schedule. Instead of Event, which is the default, select Appointment Schedule. If you see Appointment Slots instead of Appointment Schedule, click the gear icon for the Settings menu. Then click Settings. Scroll to Appointment Schedules. And make sure the box that reads Create Appointment Schedules instead of Appointment Slots is checked and turned on. Then click the page's Go Back arrow, not your browser's back button, to return to your calendar. Then click the date again, and you should see Appointment Schedule as an option. Next, fill out the appointment schedule's details. Give the appointment schedule a descriptive name, like Virtual Office Hours. Select the desired date and time for your appointment schedule. You can add more times later. Create a new appointment schedule if you haven't already created a schedule for this topic. If you already have an appointment schedule for this topic, like for office hours, you can add more availability to that existing schedule. Then click Continue. Now you adjust your settings. Select how long you would like each individual appointment to last under duration. In this example, you might want to have 30 minutes with each student. Availability works a bit different in appointment schedules. First, you set if this schedule repeats weekly or does not repeat. If you only want a few specific dates, select Does Not Repeat. If you want it to generally repeat weekly, leave it as that. We'll fine-tune this availability more in a moment. You can then set days and times. If we've chosen Does Not Repeat, this will just create appointment times for this week. Click the plus icon to add another available time for a specific day. Click the circle with a slash icon to remove availability. You will need to have at least one period of availability. You can change the time zone if necessary, although we generally recommend you leave this setting alone. Scheduling window limits the time range for appointments. Appointments can start being available now, or you can make it so they're only available during a specific date range. If I want to make a schedule for office hours for a specific class, I might set the start and end dates to be the beginning and end of the semester. You can set the maximum time in advance that appointments can be booked. We recommend no more than 60 days. You can also set the minimum time before the appointment start that it can be booked. This is helpful for preventing any last-minute bookings that you aren't prepared for. We recommend 24 hours, but you can adjust this to your preferences. Under Adjusted Availability, you can add dates and times that you are not available that might otherwise show up on your schedule. For example, you may want to add any university holidays or breaks, or any days that you plan to take vacation or sick time, so people are not able to book an appointment with you for that specific day. Under Booked Appointment Settings, you can add buffer time and maximum bookings per day. Buffer time allows you to add space between your appointments. Just note that this will adjust your appointment start times, and you may end up with less appointments than you expect if your time block isn't very long. For example, a 2-hour block of time could fit 4 half-hour appointments, but only if there is no buffer time. If you add 10 minutes of buffer time in between your appointments, you will only fit 3. Maximum bookings allows you to maximize your general availability, but still limit the amount of time you spend in meetings. You could have a large block of time with 10 available appointment times in order to be flexible for others, but set the maximum bookings to be 2 appointments per day, so you still have time for other tasks. If 2 out of the 10 available appointment times get filled, then the other 8 times will become unavailable. You can also set a color for your appointment schedules to help differentiate it on your calendar. Then click Next. Here you'll add the final details to your appointment schedule. You can skip booking page photo and name. This will just be set to match your OU Google account. Under Location and Conferencing, you can indicate how the appointment will be held. Select Google Meet Video Conferencing to automatically generate a unique Google Meet link for every appointment. Select In-Person Meeting if you have a specific location the person will meet you at. Select Phone Call if you want them to give you their phone number to call. Or you can select None/To Be Specified Later. If you are using one Zoom link for every meeting, you can select None and paste the Zoom link in the description. In the description, you can add any other helpful information about the appointment. You can add text and links. This is helpful if you want to share a link to any cloud files, like a Google Doc of your course syllabus, or a project rubric if you're giving feedback. Just note that whatever is in this description will be available to everyone who wants to make an appointment. As mentioned, you can paste a single Zoom link here if you prefer to use that over Google Meet, and it will automatically be added to every appointment. Under Booking Form, you can adjust what information you collect from people. Google will automatically collect their name and email address. You can add one additional item. To add something other than phone number, select Custom Item, give it a name, select whether it is required, then click Add Item. We recommend adding course number and CRN with an example in parentheses. Lastly, set booking confirmation and reminders. People will automatically get a calendar invitation, but you can also add additional email reminders. When you're done, click Save. Unlike with appointment slots, you do not duplicate appointment schedules on your calendar to add more availability. Instead, you go into the appointment schedule settings and edit its availability there. Or, you click an empty space on your calendar to create a new event, select Appointment Schedule, and click Add Availability to an existing schedule, and make sure you have the correct schedule selected. To view all your appointment schedules, click any appointment schedule on your calendar, and click See All Your Appointment Schedules. To retrieve the link for an appointment schedule page, click the event block on your calendar, click Share, then make sure a single booking page is selected under Link, then click Copy Link. You can also click Open Booking Page to view the whole booking page and details. To share from this page, you'll do the same. Click Share, then make sure a single booking page is selected under Link, and click Copy Link. Both methods will allow you to share the booking page with your colleagues and students via email or Moodle, which we'll cover later in this video. We do not recommend using the website embed option. After you've shared the appointment page, people can book an individual appointment. To view what others will see, click See What Others See in the top left corner. On the appointment page, they can view the open times on the correct days and select a time. Their name and email will automatically be populated into the form. If you added another item, they can enter that information here. Then they will click Book. The event will appear on their Google Calendar as well as yours, and that time will disappear from your availability. On their calendar, they can click Cancel Appointment if they want to delete the appointment. The spot will automatically become available again in your appointment schedule. You can make multiple different appointment schedules if you want to have different types of availability. For example, you may have one schedule for general office hours and another schedule for mid-semester check-ins. These will all generate separate booking pages that you can send individually to people. Appointment slots are good for beginners. If you want to add another guest to all your appointments automatically, or if you want to use a separate calendar that isn't your Google account's primary calendar, you should use appointment slots. Appointment schedules are good for people who regularly manage many appointments. If you want to add buffer time, or a maximum number of bookings per day, or if you want Google Meet video conferencing links added to your appointments automatically, you should use appointment schedules. If you're still not sure which is the best choice for you, our ID team can help talk through your needs and options. After you've finalized your appointment details, you can share the appointment slots or schedules with others. First, get the URL for your appointment page. To do this, click on the Google Calendar event for your appointment slots or schedules. For appointment slots, click Go to Appointment Page for this calendar. In the new tab for the calendar's appointment page, copy the URL. For appointment schedules, click the event block on your calendar, click Share, then make sure a single booking page is selected under Link, and click Copy Link. Once you have your link, you can choose to send it in an email to whoever you would like to make appointments with you. You can also add this link to a Moodle course. One option is to add a URL resource to Moodle. Turn edit mode on, add an activity or resource, and select URL. Give it a descriptive name, like Make an Appointment with Me, and paste the link to the appointment page in the external URL section. You can add a description if you want, and make sure to check Display Description on Course Page if you do so. Under Appearance, select New Window. Finally, click Save and Return to Course. With this URL resource, students will easily be able to access your appointment page from Moodle. You can also share your link in a page. To do this, add a page resource to Moodle. Turn edit mode on, add an activity or resource, then select Page. Fill out the page details with whatever information you want students to know. Make sure you fill out the content section, not the description. Then add the link to the appointment page as a hyperlink. Write descriptive text like Schedule an Appointment with Me. Highlight the text. Click the link button. Paste the link. Check Open in a new window and click Create New Link. Finally, click Save and Display. With this page resource, students will easily be able to access your appointment page and additional instructions from Moodle. You can also send the link in your course's announcements forum. To do so, open the forum in Moodle, click Add Discussion Topic, write a subject like Schedule an Appointment with Me, and paste the booking page link in the message section. To keep this message accessible, we recommend adjusting the meeting link text to be a hyperlink, not a typed-out link. To do this, highlight the entire web link, click the link button, paste the URL again if necessary, change the display text to be something like Schedule an Appointment Here, check Open in a new window, and click Create Link. You can share additional context like what the appointments link is for and when students are expected to use it. Once you click Post to Forum, all class participants will receive an email notification with the message 15 minutes later. Google Appointments are best suited to meetings with individuals. If you want to schedule an optional class meeting with many students at once, we recommend using a Moodle survey or a doodle poll to find the best time for multiple people to meet. Then schedule a Zoom meeting or Google Meet. Our ID team can help you set this up. As you can see, using Google Calendar appointments can be a great way to manage your appointments and meet with many individuals. It streamlines the scheduling process so you can focus less on managing your calendar and more on connecting with students and colleagues. This video covered your options and how to make the best decision for your needs. However, if you still need assistance, our team at e-LIS is here to help. For technical support, contact the e-LIS support team by clicking the Get Help button at the top of any Moodle page. For e-LIS instructional design services, like lessons or course building, email idteam@oakland.edu.